Seriously now, is there anything better than getting a new bike?
No.
I mean, I can think of maybe one thing better than getting a new bike, but not realistically, there's nothing better than getting a new bike. When you're going to buy a dirt bike, stoplights suck because you hit like every one of them red. So here's the new bike, and gonna put it in the truck here. Finally, green go. But one of the things that you always want to do with a new bike when you get it is you want to take it onto the asphalt and just make sure it spins. Put your foot on the accelerator. And once you've determined that it can spin like that, then you take it the other way and spin it. Now you know it can spin both directions, and that's important. You notice it's able to spin one direction and the other direction, and that's important because if it can't do both ways, you're never going to be able to corner around anything. If you can't corner and spin on the flatland, there's no way you're going to be able to make it around a berm. How's it going, guys? You are watching Dirt Bike Channel. I'm your host, Kyle Brotherson, and I figured I'd do something a little bit different today. Today, I'm taking you along with me to go pick up a bike. So, one of the things that we have talked about on this channel repeatedly is the difference between a 300 two-stroke and a 250 two-stroke. And everyone says that they know what the differences are, and a 250 is better for this, or a 300 is better for that. And I definitely have some of my opinions too. But one of the things that I have learned in the last couple of years, and it's been driven home time and time again, is that you will learn more about a bike if you ride two bikes back to back. So if you've got a baseline bike that you're going to go out and test, and you run one part of a track or one part of a trail on that bike, and then you immediately have someone else there who's brought the other bike with you, and you can swap bikes and get on that other one and then do that exact same section of the trail or section of the track, you really learn a ton about those bikes. You learn more riding them back to back than you could possibly have learned otherwise, because they're little nuances in the way that they feel and the way that they react and the way they handle and the way that the motor responds and the way that the brakes work. It's so much more evident when you can just swap back and forth, back and forth, and back and forth. So long story short, I decided I love the 2017 KTM 300XC so much, and I loved the 2017 YZ250X so much, that I thought, you know what, wouldn't it be stinking cool if we pitted the 250XC against the 300XC with the exact same bikes, exact same model year. So that's what I'm going to do. Some of you guys might not know, but I actually buy the bikes out of my own pocket. This is my checkbook here, and I'm going to go down there and purchase this bike. And I do the reviews. I ride them for a few months, and then I turn around and I sell them at a loss to myself. So that's where you guys come in to help support this. So I thank you, those of you that are supporting me, I thank you a ton, because it would be impossible to do this without your support. But it's really fun to be able to go and do some reviews on bikes and gear from a common man's perspective. I'm a dude just like you. I've got 3 kids with one on the way, and I have a full-time job, technology sales job, that I do 40-50 hours a week, depending on the week. And so I'm juggling all these different things, and I only get out to ride, once in the summer. If I can get out to ride once a week, I know it was a great week. But usually, and it ends up being like every 2 or 3 weeks on average throughout the year. Right now it's in February, and I've got snow up in the mountains. It's actually raining right now, which is odd. But I don't have a whole lot of riding opportunities right now, and I haven't had for several months, because we've had so much snow and weather, it being winter in Utah here. So any chance that I get to talk about dirt bikes is a pleasure, and all the gear reviews that I get to do, it's fun to do those for you guys, to add a little bit to the dirt bike community coming from a regular dude, who's just like you. This is how noisy it is in here. I'm only doing 70, but with those mud tires on here, the truck has a little bit of a hum to it, I actually feel kind of bad for all the other people on the freeway, because there's hardly anyone here that's on their way to get a new dirt bike. Although I did see a guy pulling a trailer up here with 3 bikes. I'm like, that dude knows what's up. If you pay close attention, you'll see Sam's best attempt at the YMCA dance. YMCA, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. So this is me tying down a new bike, the 250 XC 2017 model. So Sam's pretty excited about this because Sam's right over there out of the frame. Sam's pretty excited because he has this like affinity with 250 dirt bikes. Actually, almost every bike he's ever owned has been a 250, and so now he sees me with a 250 here, and he's gonna be jealous. He's gonna be out there selling his 300 before you know it, because he's already just like itching to ride this thing. Isn't that right, Sam?
I'm just ticked that you ruined my brand new tire on the pavement, bro.
Sam thinks this is like his bike already. He's already like putting claim on it. So what do you think? Is this bike gonna work?
It better work. 250.
250.
Same horsepower as a 300.
The interesting thing though about these is it makes the power in a little bit different place, right?
Yeah, you ride a little bit higher on the top end, but here's the thing that people feel. I know 300's like that magic power, but honestly, this bike will go anywhere a 300 will.
Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've had them in the past. We've had a bunch of 250s that we've been around, but this is a bike that we'll be able to ride side by side with the 300 and go back to back on it. It's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, and here's the other thing too is it's a better deal. You can get these cheaper and they're easier to find than a 300. And
yeah.
I don't really think the gap, we'll find out, like you said, I don't think the gap is really that big to be like worried about it. Since, you know, the fact is that like normally you can pick up a leftover one for way cheaper just because people think, oh, I need to have a 300, I need to have a 300. The 250 is amazing.
Yeah.
We have our buddy Scott. That's all he rides is 250.
Yeah. Sweetness. Go everybody. Put your foot on the accelerator. Hey guys, if you didn't already know, Patreon is the best way to support Dirt Bike Channel. We've got some really cool rewards over there, so click on the link up here that you see to become a patron. That'll take you directly to our site and you can check everything out. You can donate as little as $1 per month and it would really, really help us out. Thanks a ton, guys.